Hi everyone! Happy New Year! I can't believe it's already mid-February and I'm just now making my first video of 2015. I really want to make more videos this year than I did last year, but at the same time, I want to keep my videos having actual content in them, so I don't want to just blab away about whatever for the sake of making more videos. So I always put off videos until I have the time and the energy and a topic that I deem worth making a video about. And yeah, sorry. Anyway, let's get on to today's topic, which is really personal and may not be relevant to anyone else but me, but I don't care because this is a vlog and it's about me anyway. My relationship with my family has always been complex, and I think it's safe to say that that is often the case for most people. Some people are very close to their family, or at least to a particular member of their family. Some people are estranged from their family and haven't contacted them for a long time. And some people feel that their chosen family, that is, their friends who are like family to them, possibly more so than their legal family, is the only real family that they have. And of course, there are a lot of other possible relationships that one could have with their family, because family and relationships with them is so complex. I have a big family. My mom has 14 siblings, so imagine how many cousins I have and how big family gatherings would be on my mom's side of the family alone. I've always dreaded family gatherings and events because I always felt like an outsider. I wished that I could be invisible because I didn't want people to talk to me, because then I would have to pretend to be enjoying myself and I'd have to pretend that I gave a damn about what everyone else was talking about. And so yeah, I always felt other. I always felt separate from my family, my extended family. And when it comes to my immediate family, things aren't that much different. My dad was in and out of my life in the early years because he was in the Air Force and he was stationed abroad part of the time. So yeah, he wasn't always around to begin with. And then my parents got divorced when I was 11. And he moved to the other side of the country to be with his family, so from then on I sometimes visited him and his family over the summer on the other side of the country. And now we don't even talk that much, we barely keep in contact, and so that's why you don't ever hear mention of him on this channel. My relationship with my mom, I'm not going to try and summarize it, it's really complex, obviously. She's pretty much always been a single parent, from my point of view anyway. And so she was always the subject of my I hate yous and my rage growing up, especially as a teenager. So yeah, now as an adult I love her and I can appreciate the stuff that she did, but I wouldn't have been able to say that years ago. Religion has long since been a huge divide between us because she's a devout minister, and I don't give a damn about whether there's a God or not. So yeah, we've always been kind of... I have a younger sister who is autistic and schizophrenic and who has health problems and is disabled. And so as a kid growing up, I always felt like I had more responsibility and additional weight on my shoulders because I had to help my mom look out for my sister. And that's actually something that I've thought about making a video or a blog post about, because I don't hear much from a sibling's point of view about, you know, I don't know, this topic. And so yeah, maybe I'll make a video, maybe I'll make a blog post, but that's a different issue from this. I have a younger sister. we have a relationship that I won't get into. When I was 18, 19, I don't remember, 2004, me and my mom had a huge fight, which resulted in me being evicted from her house into a dorm on campus. And I say evicted because I felt like I was kicked out of her house. I absolutely was against moving into a dorm, but she put me in one anyways, which I know is not actually being evicted or kicked out, but that's how I felt at the time. Later on, after the fact, maybe years after the fact, I don't know, she told me that she kicked me out, or rather put me into a dorm. She doesn't view it as kicking me out, because she felt I was negatively influencing my little sister. Don't even get me started on that. But yeah, 2004, I was put in a dorm. And I consider that to have been the beginning of the rift between us, because since then I have kept a distance between us. I've lived elsewhere. So it's been 10 years, over 10 years actually, since I moved out of my mom's house. And since then, I was in the dorm, I went to Portland, Oregon, I went to Japan, I went to Australia, and I came back to Japan. And in between living in Australia and Japan, at one point, I was forced to stay at my mom's house for 3 months, but I made sure to haul ass out of there and back out of the country as soon as I could. On multiple occasions over the years, my mom has accused me of running away. Of running away from my family, running away from my sister and my responsibility with her, and of running away from her, my mom, personally. And for years, I denied, both to her and to myself, that I was running away from anything. But finally, this past weekend, I admitted to her that yes, I have been running away from my family. I have been running away from my sister and the responsibility that I feel towards her. And I have been running away from her, my mom, personally. And it took me a ridiculous amount of time to admit to myself that I was running away from anything. Now that I'm finally aware that I have been running away, that I have been unconsciously and yet consciously at the same time putting physical distance between me and my family, I realize even more how much that distance matters to me, how much this independence and freedom matters to me, how much I need this distance and this independence and this freedom. And don't get me wrong, I didn't move all the way to the other side of the world just to put distance between me and my family. As I told my mom, Portland would have sufficed for that. It's just that I've come to like being an expat, and I have certain issues with America and moving back there. That's a topic for potentially a future video. But yeah, and also there are benefits of being outside of the country. For example, I can't be expected to fly to America because it's so expensive just for a funeral. On the other hand, if I actually wanted to attend that funeral, I'm shit out of luck. When I moved out of my mom's house for the first time in 2004, and when I came to Japan for the first time in 2007, I did not identify as queer, as asexual, as pan, or as non-binary. I didn't yet have that weight on my shoulder when I was running away from things back then. But I feel like, thanks to having had that distance from my family, and from anyone who knew me at all in the past, because going to another country is like starting completely over, I feel like that distance and that freedom and independence is what has helped me develop into the person that I am today. And for once, I can actually say that I love the person that I am. Thanks to the distance and the independence, I have grown. That distance is invaluable to me, has been invaluable to me. I know that there are probably people watching this video who may long for distance and independence from their family, but for whatever reason don't have that yet, or don't have that right now. And to those people, I want to say, hang in there. Don't give up, no matter how bleak it looks. Some people are more fortunate than others. Some people can easily gain their independence whenever they want it with the help of their family. And some people don't have help from their family. But let me tell you that getting to where I am today was not ever a cakewalk for me, but I still managed to do it, and I truly believe that if I could do it in the situation that I and my family were in, then you can do it too. And having said that, yes, I know that I have been fortunate, because even though I come from a single parent family who's never been well off financially, that single parent was willing to help me financially get on my feet. And I know that not everyone is in a situation like that. Not everyone's parents can or will financially help them get on their feet. But nevertheless, you can still do it. I am usually the most negative person ever, but on this I will be positive because I truly believe it. If you work really hard, jump on every opportunity, regardless of how impossible it may seem, because believe me, I never thought that I would be living in Japan. I thought it was impossible. Take the opportunity, and even if you fail, try again. You can do it. Don't give up. And having said all of that, now let me be clear that putting physical distance between me and my family has not actually fixed a single thing. In fact, my relationship with my family is probably more complex now than it has ever been. I still have a shitload of things to deal with between me and my mom, but now things are complicated in terms of her health situation and my inability to physically be there when she needs me. And my sister, I will have to face the music and take on responsibility in regards to her. And when I say that, I'm not saying someone has assigned responsibility to me. I'm saying that my sister is incapable of living completely independently, and my mom will not be around forever to help her, so I'm going to have to be around to help her. I can't avoid her forever. And my extended family, they probably don't even know who I am anymore. They haven't seen me in like 20 years or something, I don't know. But for now, thanks to the distance, I have the space that I need to work things out with myself. My family can wait. And yes, I need that time and that space to build up mental walls of steel in order to deal with my family when I'm going to eventually have to face them. The main point of this video was to put some things out there that have been on my mind lately, but I also hope that this can be of encouragement to someone out there. Life can be really difficult, really hard, and sometimes family can make life a lot harder. But don't give up. Hang in there. Things change. You have the power to bring about change in your life. And I know that you may be at a point right now where you cannot see that possibility, where it may seem like you are powerless and you can't change anything and nothing will change on its own. But don't give up. I guarantee you, things change. Thanks for watching.